I'm WG and this is my fresh level 40 account. What you're going to get out of this video is a bunch of accumulations of snippets that I used to make the most amount of progress on my free-to-play, be it anywhere from which steps I took, how did I approach the zero system, which characters did I level, what did I farm. So what you're going to get here is a bunch of results without the needlessly long gameplay in between, like for example the ends of a zero mode rather than the what did it took to get there, and basically as much information as I can think of to kind of help you along the way on your own level 40 plus journey. So this is the current state of the account. We have a Caleb, a Malin, a Hugo, a Owen and an Orlea as our 5 stars, and for some reason we have 2 Rins. Obviously nobody of you needs that many 5 stars, it's more about the what do we want to do with them. So my main game plan is, my main team will consist of a Malin, a Mika and a Caleb. Pretty solid, pretty straightforward, and should give me a solid clear chance at these stages. If I want to swap it up, I can also level up Rin, or I can play a Hugo Tressa Mika comp, but I won't be over investing in anything more than kind of the units you see here, unless we pull something super surprising. So we've just reached level 40, we just completed the promotion mission, and my next main goal is going to bring the main characters to level 50. The same will be true for at least our DPS partner. Alright, so we have now mostly leveled up everybody to 50, as you can see. Overall partner wise, we do have level 40 on tank and level 50 at least on our offensive partner. And we finished basically most of the battle missions, the extra chapter missions, and yeah, so we are now still on around 3.9 million units, so that's what we have to play around with. Next step is going to be gearing. So gearing wise, we mainly will be looking for the bottom right here for the crit set, because we can technically still play the passion set, but the main things we're interested in is the crit set, the basic attack set, and then definitely the line of justice with the defense, because we can use line of justice and defense on Caleb and Mika. We can use the crit and technically fire set on Malin, and we could potentially use instinctual growth, but at least at minimum Seth Scarab on our Caleb, and then we probably will also go for a bit of black wing set, but nothing too crazy. So we just finished our zero system preparation farming. We finished around 8 runs. We got a somewhat decent haul. We're now going to pretty much dismantle most of these items here so we can get ourselves some upgrade materials, and most importantly the crafting materials. And then the next step is to kind of check what is truly missing for our characters. So now let's briefly talk about the builds we have. We have max HP, defense, and then the basic set on Mika, with the defense percent piece in the middle or at the bottom fully maxed out. We don't have a justice or health goblet yet that we can use, and we have maxed out the health percentage on the amulet. The left side is just to kind of fill up with pieces to make the set work. Then for our Malin, we again have a 2-2 set in basic damage, critical damage, and attack, with a crit chance necklace. And the main focus here is just that we at least have like 2 decent pieces here that we can use at some point to kind of like swap around. This one is a filler piece, but at least we have attack percent here and passion damage on the goblet. And then lastly, Caleb, I want to kind of experiment with a 4 set line of justice plus 12% defense. So we have the maximum defense stat right here with the defense set. This one is completely irrelevant right now because we don't have a proper stat. And then here at the top we have the defense 2 piece. So now for our first crafted piece with our material that we got ourselves from the Zeronium shop, we'll be going for a crit chance, crit damage set, main stat. Now for our very first craft, we'll go with something that is pretty universal overall, and that should be a crit damage main stat with crit chance. We could run this on Caleb, we could run this on Malin, we could run this on pretty much any DPS. So I think that's probably our most broad, our best choice. So let's see what we can get here. We have crit chance, crit damage, which is sweet, and then health and defense. So at least we have one good substat. Let's see if we have enough materials to at least find out what the last substat is. And then we might have to do a little bit more farming to just get some of these upgrades up. So right here, let's check it out. The last one is going to be extra damage. Honestly, at this point, it is fine. It's obviously not perfect, but it is good enough. So now we're going to buy our second multi-dimensional alignment material due to us buying it before the monthly reset. And we did even get a little lucky in that if we check it out, we have a crit chance. We got a crit chance main stat piece for the right set for Khalib. Obviously the stats are a bit more horrific, but to be fair, I don't really care about that as much. We're just mainly going to be making use of that one. And then that gives us the opportunity to craft one more dedicated piece, which is going to be either between a goblet for our Khalib or a goblet for our Mei Lin. It was kind of 50-50, but we're actually going to go with a goblet for our Khalib. So the reason here is because for at least for Mei Lin we can still find an attack percent and then a passion goblet, whereas for Khalib we're going to have to get a justice damage one from the right set. So we're going to be going with a justice line of justice set for our second craft, and then here we have it with justice line of justice set for Khalib. Find the mistake. I don't want to pull for Haru, and I don't think we have a build barrel, so this piece, man. Then here we have it with crit chance, attack, and attack, which isn't as terrible as it sounds due to defense-based damage skill scaling off of scaling off of attack as well. So we change that and we upgrade this as far as possible. And then yes, some might say, oh, this could be a little overkill, but yeah, we should have a more comfortable start into the zero system, and then our goal is to spend our next few stamina over, I think even the next day, because we're getting close to daily reset, to make sure we get some core memory fragments out of looting, because now we're pretty much done with doing gear dungeons normally. We're now only going to be looting with the 60 stamina, mainly looking for upgrades. So we're looking for goblets that fit any of 3 of Mei Lin's sets. The same is true for the imagination. For Khalib, we're mostly kind of finished. Honestly, I'm really happy with her right side for now with the crit chance, but I guess we would have to look for a different defensive piece. But we have one right here, so we just slap that one in. Honestly, it's not the end of the world, and maybe we shouldn't have spent the 2 there, but it is what it is. So that is then pretty much our builds decently finished. We have a alright amount of HP, some nice defense on Mika. We have a good amount of attack, obviously not the craziest, but also a nice amount of crit chance already at 41.3% on our Mei Lin. Main focuses are going to be desire and imagination, and then on our Khalib we are also looking at a sweet 31%, but with the crit chance here we are actually looking at a 51% crit chance. And yeah, the last focus is just going to be finishing off this line of justice. Alright, so zero system. Our main goal here is going to be first obviously having a look at our map. Luckily for us, it is already the level 40 difficulty 5 blue pot, so a planet that we're probably going to be picking. I mainly stick with blue pot or maybe even the void planet due to my familiarity with it, and even though we have a bunch of AoE, I don't really trust Khalib solo carrying me on the bug planet. And yeah, our main goal is going to be to get through this as fast as possible, to get as many chaos orbs, which also means our directive here is to clear as many planets as possible and rise through the difficulty rather than farming any specific save data. So this is what we start here. We'll be crafting just a few planets, trying to get as high as possible in level. So for example, these max health decreases, not really a good pick. This one, the health, we'll have to see. I'm not so 100% familiar with the team, but just in case, we'll pick the map and we'll roll ourselves probably one more. We don't want to overspend here. So what do we have here? We have a level 48 planet. The benefit of having a level 48 planet is that if we beat this, we might already get a level 51 planet promotion opportunity. If not, we at minimum get a 49 or 50 planet. So we were pretty much able to skip the whole grind from 40 through. So we now want to beat Twin Star Shadow at level 48. So this is our final team. We have our Alyssa, Lillian, and Burger Girl partners. We have everybody else 50, the only DPS partner being 50. And we're going to go in without the nightmare mode because it doesn't make a difference for us, neither in chaos or accumulation, nor in gear drops, nor in promotion opportunities. So we just don't have to make life harder on ourselves like that. So we just finished our run. For those of you curious, what we did is we got rid of the shield on Malin. We took the create card. We didn't get the move epiphany. We put in a bunch of sacred strikes because we got a godly epiphany to reduce that one to 0. And we also got the random the rising dragon spire godly epiphany. So we cloned that one. We got ourselves a decent save data with the 20% damage for costing 1 or less from the bug planet event. And yeah, then our Mika kinda got mind broken. We did manage to get a rally and a gear bag. And then on our Khalib we have, I don't think anything too fancy, honestly. Let's see. As you can see, we found like a monster card. We removed the basic attack, the 1 cost. Everything else stayed the same, and we got a godly epiphany for cost reduction on vulture ejection. Tis what it is. And yeah, we were able to successfully beat the planet. Now, what's the next step? So we went into our, well, as you can see, achievements. We beat difficulty 5. In the chaos matrix, you can see we're 65 out of 75. In upgrading, we've maxed out the special appearance policy. And then this is the planet we got. As I said before, we have a chance to get a promotion opportunity into the next tier, into difficulty 6 already, after just playing one planet, due to us playing a planet level 48. And that is exactly what happened. So we now have a promotion opportunity planet, which shall be the next on our list. Now, 2 things that might be interesting for you. Number 1, you can check the food buff right here. If this orange icon exists, that means the food buff is active. You can click on it and it also tells you how long it's still active. And if you have a character that is mind broken before you go into a fight, you're getting forced into the nightmare run. So we actually just quickly heal Mika of her mind break. Alright, and here we are at the end of our second 0 run ever on this account. We have the chance to pick between 3 not so great skills, but also the save that we currently accrue here doesn't truly make a difference to me. Yeah, we found a pretty decent piece for Khalib. That AoE damage piece is quite juicy. I know I can wait, right? But I feel like I have enough of these anyway, so we might as well take a shot in the dark and see what we get from this Blackwing Longing cup, right? So we've now successfully made it to difficulty 6. Starting from difficulty 7 or 8, we should be able to see up to 2 legendary drops. And then should we make it to 9 and 10, we have the chance to get triple legendary drops right here. So yeah, I mean, it looks like we're stuck with the yellow planet for the time being. Yeah, Khalib just seems to not solo this, but she's doing quite well when it comes to the AoE, and we have our Mei for some extra vulnerability punches. You can see we have a couple nightmarish breakdowns, but that's just about to be expected. And then there we go. We've conquered difficulty level 6, and we are now able to explore new coordinates, and that gives us the ability to pick a map like, let's see, this one right here. It's the highest level, but we're again going to cheat the system a little bit. We're going to pick our lowest level map, which is the blue pot one here, and we're going to roll a level 6 map, again, hopefully in that, there you go, 58 to 60 range. So we might just be able to already jump into difficulty 7 should we beat this and get a little lucky. Alright, so it was a void goblet that we gained. Nothing too crazy. So let's just quickly recap what we did, right? We did a couple things, but we upgraded our main DPS and partner to level 50. We upgraded our whole gang to 50. Our other 2 partners are still around level 40. We have, I guess gear sets are obviously the ones you're the most interested in. So we have a 3-piece with this piece. You know, I think this might just be the most useful piece in the entire game, in that every single DPS can use this, no matter if they're defense based, no matter if they're attack based, no matter what, you'll always kind of find a use for this 25% crit chance 2 piece. So this, and I guess even potentially the attack set, but yeah, full stats are around 36% crit chance, 42% crit damage, and yeah, 8.9 passion damage. So our main targets to upgrade for now are going to be finding a goblet and finding a feather. And then here our Khalib is already looking pretty sweet with the nice double piece. Obviously the subsets are kind of horrific, but yeah, this one is still it is what it is, honestly. It is what it is. And here we actually have a replacement, I think, for this goblet, in that we have this one with max health percentage. This crit roll is absolutely useless, but it is what it is. So we've now increased the stats of our Mika as well. You can see again triple piece, and our Khalib, yeah, is also rocking around 33.8% crit chance, but then 20 again here. So yeah, I think that's kind of like our day one, part one, whatever you might want to call it. Here we again upgrade as fast as possible, or as high as possible. We unlock the next difficulty, and we get the divine representative at the start of every run, so that's going to help us a little bit more. We have some extra resources to claim, and then yeah, next goals on the list for the I don't know if you want to call it next episode, but it's definitely going to probably be to find a chance to run the chaos manifestation swamp of judgment, and then we can just do Dawn on the side just to get some extra resources. And yeah, I think that's kind of it. Do let me know if you enjoyed this, or what you think I should be covering as well during this, like certain boss encounters, other things. If you have any other questions you think might need to get answers, let me know down below. And yeah, I hope this was to some degree at least helpful to some of y'all, and I hope you enjoyed me crafting a Justice Goblet.